Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Callahan. I'm going to go over with you the research skills you need for this Africa project. Not any of this is new, so I'm going to pack a lot of information into a very short video. Basically, on this project, you're going to have a group works cited. So your group will have one works cited and you'll work off the same works cited. I'll talk about that in a minute. You're going to have to find your own sources. So your keywords for searching is going to be very important, and evaluating a website is going to be very important. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then you're going to be taking notes. So let's go over each one of these skills so you really feel like you're ready to handle this project. The group works cited. Earlier today in homeroom, one of your group members made a shared folder and put the works cited in that folder. So when you go to your shared with me, you will see a project called Africa Project, and in there is your works cited. It's going to look like this. It's a little different from what you're used to. You're still going to paste the URL right in here, and you're going to write the date. But there's two other things that you have to add. One is you have to add some comments. If you're sharing the works cited, you want to explain to your group members what's on it. So you might want to say, oh, I'm doing diseases, and this website was really only about diseases. Or you could say, this was a really great website for lots of topics. Here are some topics I saw on the website. So your group members will know maybe that's a good website for them too. The other thing is you have to give it a score, and that's that website evaluation score, and we'll go over that in a minute. So for every single website you use, you're going to paste the URL here, add your comments a little bit, tell a little bit about the website, the date you first accessed it, and then give it a score. And all four or three or four members of your group will work off this one document. So that's works cited. Keywords. You're going to be finding your own websites for your sources. So the searching keywords are really, really important as you go and search for websites. You will know some keywords because you've done a little pre-research, but many words you'll find as you go along. So let me explain what that means. If you go to Google, and let's say I was doing Nigeria and fabric, you're going to have to always put in your country name because you're doing something only about that country. And if I put in the word fabric, let's see what I get. So the first one I get is Etsy, and that's a place like Amazon. It's where you buy things, so that's not going to help me. This tells me about the kinds of fabrics that are in Nigerian markets, but they're not necessarily Nigerian fabrics. So you want to scroll down a little bit. This one talks about traditional fabrics in Nigeria. So let's take a look at it. And it has a lot of very good information, good pictures too, about the different traditional fabrics in Nigeria. Once you have that, you might say, oh, the Kente fabric is familiar to me. I'm going to learn a bit more about that. So you could take notes from this, but then also you could go back into Google, and now you're going to add a keyword, Kente fabric. And suddenly you'll get a lot of much more information about the heritage, the weaving, things like that. You can even add the word weaving in. So you really want to make sure your keywords are very specific for your topic. And feel free to talk to any teacher about this because this is the way you find a good website. And if your keywords are not right, you're not going to get good sources for yourself. So just always ask us. We could help you with that. So the next thing is, once you've done your search, how do you know it's a good site? So this is not new learning. In science, we talked about evaluating a website. So we're going to review that. The sheets with the hands are all over the library, so you don't have to memorize this. You could take a look, but you are going to have to think about the websites that you get. So I just want to remind you about that. Remember this, the ABCs of website evaluation. So you want to make sure the author's an expert or it has some credibility, that it's true, that there's not bias. Remember, bias means they're trying to sell you something, or they're trying to definitely have only one message, just one side of the story. Is it up-to-date information, and does it connect to my topic? So when you're on your Works Cited, as you put in the URL, give it a score. We really only want websites that have a 4 or a 5. So just keep that in mind. So really think about the websites that you choose. It's very, very important that you only share good websites. So let's take a look at the next topic. Taking notes. This is not new learning at all. You're going to use your passport book. You can divide up different pages for different subtopics if you want. I don't really care how you take notes in your notebook, how you divide things up, but I do care that your notes are good quality notes. So that means they're bullets, they're phrases, and they're in your own words. And I won't say anything more about taking notes, but those are really the skills that you're going to be working with. Your group Works Cited. You're going to find your own sources and really, really, really be careful about your keywords and talk to us. Maybe you could even in the back of your notebook keep a list of your keywords. Remember, you're going to evaluate that website and only put down 4s and 5s, and then you're going to take notes. So hopefully this is giving you an overview. Come and talk to me at any time about anything so that you can be successful in finding good information.